of His Excellency William Ruto government, and I think in his own wisdom, he has seen it as good I serve as a cabinet secretary. I want to thank him for this nomination. And in case the National Assembly of the Republic of Kenya does the vetting and I'm successful and sworn in, I will serve the Republic of Kenya in that office with the same dedication and commitment I have served the people of Mbeere North. It's a great honor and privilege to serve as a cabinet secretary. This I will do without failing the people of the Republic and also without failing His Excellency the President. And more so, I will always carry the memories I have served the people of Mbeere North for 2.5 years. It has been a great honor to be the Member of Parliament for Mbeere North. It's an honor which I will ever remain grateful to the people of Mbeere North for giving me this opportunity to serve them as a Member of Parliament.
And of course, 4 changes have been made. We have Geoffrey Ruku, who has been nominated as CS for Public Service. You have Hannah Cheptumo, the widow to the late Senator William Cheptumo, who has been nominated to the position of CS Gender. And of course, the reshuffle that has taken place with Aden Duale moving from the Environment Ministry to the Health Docket, as CS Dr. Deborah Mulongo Baraza moves from the Health Docket to the Environment Docket. So those are the changes. We'll be expecting more reactions coming up. A Kenyan police officer who is part of the International Security Force in Haiti has gone missing. The Multinational Security Support Mission to Haiti said in a statement that the officer went missing following an ambush by gang members in Pont-Sonde. Now, following this, specialized teams have been deployed to conduct a search and determine his whereabouts. The Haitian gang attacked the officers after a Haitian National Police armored vehicle on patrol got stuck in a ditch while another developed a mechanical issue. The vetting panel concluded its 3-day interviews for the chairperson of the IBC Commission, vetting 11 candidates in total. On the final day of the interview, Lilian Wanjiku Manegene, Robert Akumu Asembo, and Saul Simiyu Wasilwa answered tough questions from the members of the panel. The selection panel, led by Chairperson Dr. Nelson Makanda, is tasked with filling the vacancy left by former electoral chief Wafula Chebukati, who succumbed to brain cancer last month. The panel has assured the public of a fair and transparent election process to ensure that individuals of the highest integrity spearhead the 2027 general elections.
Well, the largest number of people that you've managed in your working career?
While managing the issues of under USAID, it was thousands, because there were so many projects that were happening, which I was the link between the ministry and USAID. So I had to deal with so many of the workers, and within that space, I was not the employer, but there are so many people who are under USAID that needed to report. I needed to report on their projects.
Under the rule of law, we give room to the courts and the parties before them to exploit the full recourses of law, and it's a fair process that way. It's in the interest of justice, and in the best interest of justice, we need to allow the law to take its course.
Tension remains fluid in Loruk area after bandits last evening raided a Korean village in Sibilo location in Saimo Soi and took 40 goats. Following the raid, police officers managed to recover 38 of the 40 3 days ago, Loruk chief was gunned down in what police said he found himself in a crossfire between police and bandits. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen weighed in on the killing of the chief Victor Sebei on Friday last week amid the visit of the head of public service Felix Koskei. Murkomen attributed to the latest spark of banditry within Baringo in Samburu County to administrative boundaries in Baringo North, Baringo South, Samburu, Laikipia, Isiolo, and Turkana counties.
We realized that there was an upsurge of banditry issues in Samburu County, and it was taking a very complex direction, especially because of the proximity to Isiolo County, proximity to Laikipia North, proximity to Meru. And as a result, we agreed that the Operation Maliza Uhalifu will be coordinated in 2 centers. So this shall continue to be the original coordination from this area to cover this Baringo all the way to Turkana, Elgeyo Marakwet, and West Pokot. And we have decided that as we are going to unveil tomorrow, we create another camp in NYS Kirimon so that it can cover Laikipia, Samburu, parts of Isiolo, and Meru counties. I want to assure the people of Kenya that contrary to the propaganda you see around, the Operation Maliza Uhalifu is delivering, and delivering big. It is delivering, and we are not going to go back. If anybody thought that we are going to slow, we are going to cede any part of Kenya to any of the criminals, I want to say this without fear of contradiction, that we are not going to cede any part of this republic to any criminal.
People's Liberation Party leader Martha Karua expressed her disagreement with the broad-based government as she attended a funeral service, which was also attended by ODM leader Raila Odinga. This meeting comes at a time when the 2 leaders are reading from completely different scripts concerning matters national politics, despite being a presidential and a running mate in the 2022 elections. Karua criticized the ODM-UDA pact, saying it denies citizens a right to power.
People sometimes converge and other times disagree. And when you agree to disagree, it is okay. Last season, I campaigned with Baba, and I helped to enter the mountain amidst great hostility. But after 5 days of braving that hostility, mukatulia na tukaweza kuendelea. Because politics is not for the faint-hearted. But I want to agree also that it is the right of those who feel that broad-based is the way to go. It is also our right to disagree. And that is why I firmly remain in the opposition. I firmly remain with the people. And today we must continue questioning government, questioning its policies. We must continue saying no to abductions, saying no to executions, saying no to grand theft of public funds when basic services are suffering. We must continue saying no to the suffering through the sha-shi. One doesn't even know what is what. We must continue asking for money for education. Those are the issues we would want looked into. And that's why the framers of our Constitution found it fit to decree that Kenya will be a multi-party democracy, that in Parliament there will be a minority side and a majority side. But when you merge the minority and majority, as is happening in the broad-based, you deny people the power to question government from a position of strength. So,
members of...
Yeah, so that is just a drop We cannot even move forward. When you remove the emergency and the operations in the office, most of the members cannot even be able to disperse person.
On Friday last week, many of us had to issue the news from the judiciary that the Supreme Court had declared that certain laws that were passed by the National Assembly did not have to go through Senate. But not many of you realize that one of those laws that the Supreme Court said does not involve counties is the NDCDFR. That for us at the board is very important because it simply means that the Supreme Court is saying that the ruling of the High Court last year is in very many respects illegal.
Just few days ahead of the President William Ruto's development visit in Mount Kenya, a section of Murang'a leaders affiliated to the government have shown their preparedness to welcome the President, saying the tour means a lot for the region as it will come along with development projects. Led by Murang'a Women Representative and nominated Member of Parliament Sabina Chege and Betty Maina, the two have warned against those who may be planning to cause chaos, saying they will face the law. Speaking at Muruka in Kandara constituency, Sabina Chege noted that the development tour will be key in ensuring some of the stalled development projects shall be revived, even those started by the previous government.
Watu wa Murang'a tuko tayari kumkaribisha Rais William Samoei Ruto. Na hawa watu wote wamesema wako tayari. Mko tayari ama mko tayari? Mko tayari ama mko tayari? Wacha nione kwa mikono. Rais William Ruto umekaribishwa hapa Murang'a County. Tumwambie karibu rais. Tumwambie tena karibu rais. Ya pili, tumesema sisi wenyewe ndio tulichagua hii serikali. Hatutatoka, tunataka maendeleo. Nyinyi mnataka siasa ama maendeleo? Mnataka siasa ama maendeleo? Na tumesema tunataka maendeleo, hata rais akikuja atuletee maendeleo hapa Central na hapa kwanza Kandara constituency. Tunampenda na tunamuombea na tunajua mambo itakuwa sawa. Na wale ambao waheshimiwa wanasema hawakuitwa pale mkutano State House, hakuna mtu ambaye wa Central Kenya hakuitwa. Wengine wanang'ang'ana vile watachaguliwa 2027. Lakini hawa wananchi hawaangalii ule watachagua 2027, wakati huu wanataka maendeleo. Na tumesema tunataka accountability ya CDF. Tunataka ile pesa inakuja county ikuwe accountable kabla tuangalie pale nyuma na pale mbele maneno ya national government. Lakini tumekubaliana pia hapa zile project zote zilianzishwa na serikali ambayo ilikuwa hapo mbele ya Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, hizo project ziishe ili tuendelee na maisha, si ndio?
Wakati wa kupiga kura zenye tulipiga kule bungeni ziliisha. Sasa wakati watu wakuje wafanye kazi, tufuate rais, na sisi next week tunamkaribisha rais hapa Murang'a County. Na mimi ninataka kuomba vijana, mtu asitumiwe kukuja kuharibu mkutano wa rais. Mtu akijaribu kukuja kuharibu mkutano wa rais atapambanwa na yeye na mkono wa serikali, si ndio? Nyinyi muongeleshe watoto wenu wakuje, wasikize, waulize maswali, na tunajua rais anatuletea maendeleo kabambe.
Former Kiambu County Governor Ferdinand Waititu is set to remain in prison for at least another 1 month as the High Court considered his second application for bond. Waititu was in February sentenced to serve 12 years in prison or pay a fine of 53 million shillings following a conviction by a magistrate court in a corruption case. His application for bond was dismissed by Justice Lucy Njuguna of the High Court's Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Division on March 3rd. However, Waititu has since filed a fresh application before the same court, seeking to be released on bond pending the hearing of his appeal. His lawyers, led by Kibe Mungai, have since sought leave to amend the application. However, that bid has been opposed by the Director of Public Prosecutions. Justice Njuguna on Wednesday set April 23rd, 2025 for ruling on whether Waititu will be allowed to amend his application.
It is not automatic. We'll take your directions. Yeah, it is not automatic, and I bid. So therefore, I've marked your prayer 2 of the application dated 14th of March 2025 as abandoned. So now I'm giving directions, and you have asked the court we can proceed and first hear the application dated 18th of March.
All right, from the corridors of court, allow us to take a quick breather right here on EBN Prime Edition. Keep watching. We'll be back shortly with more news making headlines. Stay with us. Having the sugar and coffee sectors in the region. They also discussed urgent infrastructure needs, including roads, power connections, and ongoing fresh produce markets. Other areas of focus were universal health coverage and projects that will improve access to clean water. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, the National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula, and Cabinet Secretaries Wycliffe Oparanya of the Cooperatives and SMEs and Deborah Mulongo of Environment, as well as Governors Fernandez Baraza of Kakamega, Kenneth Lusaka of Bungoma, and Dr. Paul Otuomo of Busia, and members of Parliament were present in the meeting at State House.
Ningependa kuwashukuru kwa sababu ya vile tumeshirikiana. Over the last couple of months, we have brought different teams together. And because we have brought different teams together under the broad-based arrangement, we are making steady progress in the right direction. Specifically, the items I thought I should mention to you as people's representatives and areas that you need to focus so that we can use the infrastructure of government to drive the development of
mechanical engineering.
To present it at the national level and hope for the best. We are also thanking the KSF for helping us with the innovation that we're making, to help make our lives better. Because every project for every person has a needful way of being in the society. So as people present, they also have ways of whereby this presentation will help to cure or solve a lot of problems in society. That is why this is a STEM, Kenya Science and Engineering Fair, to help.
This year, I'm planning to do the same on this championship. Currently, I'm holding the record of, robotics. I'm the robotics champion, and I want to defend the title very well.
So we want to tell the stakeholders, especially the Ministry of Education, that we as the committee members, we have raised the standards so that all our students, whenever they want to participate in any international fair, we always participate and win because our standards are too high. As late as last year, Western was afforded an opportunity to send a team to Japan, and the report is that our standards are impressive. So we want to encourage our students to use science to grow the economy, use science to solve the problems affecting the community, especially in areas of agriculture. We want to fight poverty.
All right, and we wish all the lads at Bungoma High School and the St. Luke's Boys High School, Kimilili, all the best as they head to the national levels for the Science and Engineering Fair. And hopefully it's from these levels, by the way, that we get innovators, we get technologists, and we get people who are really into science, and they can be able to get that mentorship, good mentorship, to be able to propel them to the global spaces. Well, we wrap it up at that point tonight. Thank you for watching. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. Our sign language